Money will only flow to you if you truly find alignment with money and it comes to you as a byproduct. I love this topic so much because I used to hear all the time of people, like very successful people, talking about the idea of you must become the person who attracts money. And I never understood what they meant until I recently, like, actually, like, really made it actualize in my brain. Where it's like when they say you must become attractive or you must attract money, it means you must be able to maintain whatever reward that is that you want, right? So whether it's money, a girlfriend, your physique, whatever it may be, it's you must become the type of person to able to not only get the thing but keep the thing. Okay, because keeping the thing is much harder than actually getting the thing. Getting the thing is actually so much easier than most people realize. You can realistically get any of those, like, really big goals that just seem like very out of touch with you within 3 to 6 months. Whether that's like making like 10K a month, losing 15 pounds, or like finding a girlfriend, whatever it may be, right? Whatever, you can literally get those things within 3 to 6 months if you are willing to just give it time, energy, attention, and sometimes money, right? With money, it makes it like this. Like, if you can actually just, if you have that funds to allocate, all those things can happen so fast. But it's like, first you must be understand how to become attractive. And attractive doesn't mean like becoming like actually like physically attractive like a model or whatever, right? It's like you need to become the type of person who can maintain the thing that you get. So let's just say you wanted to be someone who wanted to be rich or have this like very successful business that's like making 10,000, 50,000, $100,000 a month, whatever it may be, it doesn't really matter. And then say that was your goal, and you're like, oh, I just don't know how to get it, I'm so confused, this and that. And so somebody hands you that business, someone gives you the business that literally is already making $10,000 a month. The branding is done, the product is done, the marketing sales is already set up. And it's like you went from someone who was making $0 in business and has never had a business before to now a business that's making 50K a month. Do you really think you'd be able to maintain it? Do you think you'd be able to scale it to 100K a month? Do you think that you'd be able to retain all the employees and clients and continue doing the marketing and sales process? No, because you've never had the experience to do any of that, right? You never even went through the financial stress of having a business, or the work stress, or whatever it may be, right? Or even the decisions, like something as small as like making tiny incremental decisions. You would never even have experience doing it. So then what would happen to the business? You'd keep losing clients, you'd be making less and less money, and eventually the business would fail. Not because the business sucked or the product sucked, but because of bad ownership, okay? You as an owner would have been a bad host. And so the same thing goes for like any other endeavor, right? Say you want to really get in shape and you want to be like very attractive. You're like, oh, I want to look sexy, I want to go to the pool, I want to attract partners or whatever it may be. So like for like a woman, let's just say, like, she has a BBL. Instead of going to the gym and actually like getting a fat ass herself, she goes into DR, gets a BBL, comes back and does not train. She doesn't go to the gym, she doesn't maintain it, she doesn't get proper sleep, she doesn't get proper diet in. What happens to the BBL? It just looks like a fucking diaper. It looks like saggy, it looks disgusting, right? And after 3 months, after 6 months, the BBL just looks worse and worse and worse because it just keeps sagging, and it's expiring essentially, right? It's bad because she never learned how to actually maintain a body like that, right? So like that flat stomach, the plastic chest, the fake ass, all of it is gonna go away. It's all just gonna go away because you don't know how to maintain it, you don't know how to run it, you don't know how to actually properly attract it. And so it's like every time, whatever success that you want in life, I know it's so super hard to be impatient and you just want everything now, but you have to understand, if you're feeding for a reward that badly, it's not because you actually want the reward or to actually like maintain the reward. You want it out of like social conformity. You want it because you want to tell other people, look at the business that I have, look at the body that I have, look at the girlfriend that I have. It's like you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And so you really need to understand that you must find alignment in order to find success. Don't just, like, I've made this mistake multiple times over, right? It's like you might see like a business model that you might want because you're like, oh wow, that business model is making $10,000-$20,000 a month or whatever, so you buy into it. But then when you like actually look into it, you'll be like it'll seem like such a foreign thing to you. Like it'll be like you jumped into a whole new world, and you won't even want to do the work, and you'll feel all of this resistance, not because the business model doesn't work, not because you're lazy, but because it's not aligned with who you are. It needs to become, especially with something like business, fitness, or even relationships, if it's not aligned with who you naturally are, it is so hard to maintain the thing because it needs to be natural to you. It cannot be forced. If you choose to do fitness, business, or relationships in a way that's forced, it will never work out for the long term, right? You might get these like short-term gains or rewards, you might get some money here, you might have some sex, you might lose some pounds or whatever, but you will never be able to maintain that thing because it is not truly aligned with who you are, how your like human tendencies are, what you naturally gravitate towards. It needs to be those things because if it's not, it just runs out, and it's like it's not even worth trying to make it work. Like, don't. Like, there's so many business models, there's so much women, there's so much different ways to lose weight, gain weight, put on muscle, whatever it is that you want. All of these things, there's so many ways to acquire success. You just have to find the way that works for you. You need to go through the trial and error. And it like sucks because you're like, oh, I just want success immediately. And it's like, you can kind of like do research and kind of see what would work for you, what business model, what fitness program, what type of woman, right? Like, you can do enough research, but the best research is the one that you just get personal real life experience from, because you're actually able to tell like, what did I like about this, what did I not like about this. And the best thing you can do is fail fast, right? Like, it's so hard to say because nobody likes failure. As humans, we are risk averse and loss averse, so we hate losing and we hate putting things up on with risk. And so it's like, having to say like, oh, fail fast is like, it sounds good in theory, but it's actually so hard to do in real life, because you're like, what does it mean? And it literally means is try and pursue whatever you can, right? Whatever business, whatever girl, whatever fitness program, just pursue it. And if it's bad, it's bad. It's like, it's gonna feel like it's a waste of time, energy, attention, money, and then you're like, damn, like this sucks. And then you might not want to pursue it again. But it's like, if you want the goal enough, if you're truly aligned with the goal, you will figure out, oh, another way to get to that same goal in a different manner, because there's different paths to the same goal. It's just which path is yours, and most likely it is not the path that you're like seeing someone else take, right? You are not that person. And don't believe that the success that they have is like super rare, or that they're like a super specialized human. No, all of us humans are the exact same. Like, all of us, different ages, we all have like same time, same tendencies, same, like, even our intelligence, our IQ, none of that shit matters for like the typical goals that everybody wants. None of it matters. You can literally have anything you want in this life. It already exists. The money that you want, the girls that you want, the muscles, body, whatever it is you want, it already exists. People have it. The best thing that you can possibly do is find someone who has what you want, has the success that you want. Do never listen to someone who doesn't have the success that you want, right? It has to be someone who already has, or is in a position that you want to be in, or find someone that's very relatable to you. Like, that one is like such a cheat code. It's like crazy, and it's kind of hard to find, but it's like, not really. If you do enough trial and error, and like you kind of like go through YouTube or like Twitter or like social media, and you find someone who is so similar to you, like their thoughts and their actions just align with who you are and how you operate, their interests are the same as yours, it's like a gold mine. Like, they are literally future you. It's honestly so cool, and you should pay for whatever that they have in order for you to fasten your timeline and your success, because they probably went through the same problems as you, so they're gonna be able to describe in like detail like what you need to do and how you should do it. And it's like, when you find those people, it's like it literally feels like a real life cheat code. But it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, you need to really, really, really not force anything. And it sucks, because you're like, oh, I want to be rich now, I want to get in shape now. And it's like, these infinite games of life, where it's like going to the gym, working on your business, marriage, right? These things cannot be forced. Infinite games of life have to be played, literally, right? If you ever played a video game, you never like knew what was going to happen. You never were like, oh, I want this to happen, I need this to happen, or anything. It was just like, I'm going to log on every day, I'm going to play this game, because you enjoyed playing the game. You leveled up in the game because you liked playing it. The games that you didn't like, you didn't play them, right? There was multiple shooter games you could have played, but you played the shooter game that you like playing. There was multiple sports games, but you played the sport game that you personally liked, and it was easy, right? You got better at it, you kept improving, and you played daily. You were persistent, you didn't quit, you were consistent, you played every day, and you refined, meaning you got better every day. You look for like, hey, look, I could have did this better, hey, I could have did this better. And that will only happen if you truly are aligned, and the thing that you are pursuing is natural to who you are as a person. If you are not aligned, you will quit, you will burn out, you will see resistance, and you'll be like, damn, like, why this happened? Like, I wanted this to be like a long-term play, but it's like, no, you didn't. If you wanted a long-term play, you would have looked for true alignment with the thing rather than the short-term rewards that you could have gained. Never play any of these infinite games in life with short-term in mind, because short-term rewards are just that, short-term rewards. They're just short-term pleasures. You don't want that. You want to find things that you can align with for the long term. And it's like the pains that you're going to go through, like whatever, like having to get better, having to be persistent. It's like those pains are never that bad, because the balance between the pain and pleasure, the long-term pleasure and the short-term pains, is worth it for you. You have to find that balance, that yin and yang. If you find that in the pursuits that you want, and you actually just try every day, you will win. You will succeed. Do those things, and in the end, you're going to fucking win. I'm telling you.